Lance Randall, who's running Seattle Mayor. halkan ayaan su-aal ku weydiin doonaa insha allah. Su-aasha ugu horeysa aan weydiinayna waxaa weeye Mr. Lance Randall, tell us about yourself first.
Well, thank you, Aiden, for the opportunity. My name is Lance Randall, and I'm running for the mayor of Seattle. And the reason why I'm running for mayor of Seattle is because we have some very serious challenges that we need to overcome. We have to continue to protect ourselves because of the pandemic, but as we come out of the pandemic, we're going to have to do some things to bring our economy back so that businesses can start back operating again. We have some challenges with our public safety service delivery system, where people are not feeling safe in the city of Seattle. We have to address that concern so that people can feel as though they can move about the city without being assaulted, where businesses can operate without having any property damage, and people can begin to walk around downtown and the neighborhoods feeling safe. And we also have an infrastructure problem. We have one bridge that's out, another that's in danger of going out, and another one that's being closely monitored. We have a lot of potholes and problems with our sidewalks, so we really need to begin to focus on our transportation and our infrastructure. So I'm running because a lot of these things have been neglected, and we're going to have to meet these challenges and overcome these challenges. And to do so, you need the type of leadership that I'm going to provide. I have the experience, the background, and the plan to address all these issues. My experience in municipal government, 7 years working for 7 different mayors, and I also have a degree in political science, and I'm a graduate of the Economic Development Institute at the University of Oklahoma. So I have a very unique background, which makes me uniquely qualified to be the mayor at this particular time in Seattle's history. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity to serving these citizens of Seattle.
Okay, the second question is, you're running mayor for the city of Seattle. What are you different than the candidates, or what do you willing to change?
Well, the biggest difference between me and the other candidates is that I have a track record of things that I have been doing around the city of Seattle, and in specific in Rainier Beach, which is my home in Southeast Seattle. My background is also different from everyone else. Having a degree in political science and having gone to the Economic Development Institute, that's a unique combination for anyone who's running for office at this particular time, which is going to be needed to help us get out of the economic struggle that we're going through right now. I've worked for the city of Seattle for 8 years in the Office of Economic Development, and during those 8 years, I've had the opportunity to work with businesses all over the city, different sizes, large corporations and small businesses. I've attracted businesses to Seattle, helping them locate here to set up their operations. And I've worked to keep businesses in Seattle to make sure they didn't close their doors or move to another location outside the city. I've also had the opportunity to work with all of the city departments to support the small businesses and the large corporations. And I've had the opportunity to work with city council members. What makes me most unique is I have a plan of action to address all the things that we're facing right now. And I look forward to talking to you more about those plans and what we're going to do to move Seattle forward.
Thank you. The third question is, one of the biggest issues in Seattle is the housing crisis, whether it's shortage or inventory or residents being priced out of the market. What is your plan to deal with this issue?
My plan to deal with this issue is to revisit our development policies to make sure that they are more equitable. We have a lot of residents in the city of Seattle. A lot of them are people of color who own property and would like to participate in the development process, but are not getting an opportunity. While we are building large structures all over the city with hundreds of units, there are opportunities to build smaller units. They may have 100 units or less, which will also reduce the cost of construction, which could result in a more affordable lease rate. So what I want to do is take a look at our development policies to make sure that people who own property that's been rezoned can have an opportunity to get involved with the development process to build smaller developments of affordable housing in their respective communities. This way, people can afford to stay in their community, and then you're going to have opportunity for people who develop the affordable housing to create wealth so they can also stay in their community.
Thank you. The next question is, how will you deal with the difference and the particular needs of the city of Seattle when it comes to the White House policies on immigration and the border?
Well, the city of Seattle is already a sanctuary city for immigrants who are trying to get to the United States for a better life. We will remain a sanctuary city, and we will continue to provide refuge for those who need it, who are coming here to the United States to try to get a better quality of life. But there's something else that we need to do as well. We have a lot of immigrants in our city who contribute a great deal. They pay taxes, they work, and they support our economy. But for a lot of them, they are not able to participate in the democratic process and not able to vote. What I want to be able to do is propose legislation where immigrants who are not citizens, but they are residents of the city of Seattle, where they will be able to participate in the local elections, where they can vote on the local level. I think it's important to give them that opportunity because they're contributors to our economy and they should be allowed to participate in the process.
The fifth question is, what do you see as the biggest issue right now with the Seattle infrastructure? What is your plan to improve the overall quality city of Seattle when it comes to infrastructure?
Well, I think the biggest problem that we're facing right now is we have 3 bridges that need to be repaired or replaced. I'm not sure how long those bridges have been in the condition that they are in, but we have to fix those bridges to make sure that every neighborhood is connected to the main core of Seattle, which is the downtown area. We have people who live in West Seattle who cannot, well, they can come across different alternative routes to get here, but the main arterial, which is the West Seattle Bridge, needs to be fixed. The Magnolia Bridge is in danger of being shut down because of some repairs that need to be done to that bridge. And then the First Avenue Bridge is being monitored very closely because that one is also in danger of needing some repair or replacement. We also need to make sure that we're paying better attention to our streets, just taking care of the basics, fixing potholes, and also making sure that the sidewalks are safe to walk on so people won't trip and hurt themselves. So I think the biggest challenge with the infrastructure is we have neglected it to the point where it's gotten so bad that it's going to be very expensive to replace it. But we have to do it in the short term. In the long term, I'm going to propose that we invest dollars into doing a study and preparing to put in place a 25-year infrastructure improvement plan where we will focus on the maintenance, repair, and installation as needed of our infrastructure, whether it be bridges, roads, or sidewalks. We need to focus on the basics. And I think that once we do that, we can resolve a lot of the problems and issues that we're having with our infrastructure.
The sixth question is, how do we trust the justice system that it was once legal to discriminate against minorities?
Well, the thing about the justice system, it's flawed, and we have been continuously working, trying to make corrections in the system. What it's going to take is us to continue to press forward, to push for these changes, but we also have to make sure that we get people inside of the justice system, whether they're judges, prosecutors, district attorneys, what have you, to make sure that they are being equitable when it comes to applying justice to any residents. There is still discrimination, there's still systemic racism within the system, and we have to continue to work to tear it down. I think one thing that we must do is we need to make sure that we are participating in the process and voting the right people in, and if they do not deliver the services that we expect, then we should vote them out. I also believe that we should look for opportunities to run for certain positions so we can have a chance to represent people and make the necessary changes. whether it's for mayor, whether it's for city attorney, state attorney, what have you. We need to prepare ourselves to run for these positions so that we can make a difference. This is going to be a long process. It's been a long process, and we're going to have to continue. We can't give up the fight on making sure that the justice system is fair and just to everyone.
Last and final question is, why should Seattle vote for you?
Seattle should vote for me because I'm the most uniquely qualified and best prepared candidate in this race. My political background, my economic development background, my accomplishments, and the fact that I have a plan to deal with all the challenges that we're facing. We cannot continue to move forward with individuals in office who have no experience on how to run a municipal government, who have no plans on how to resolve things, and have a track record that is not what we expected it to be. I'm prepared to step into position as mayor on day one with a plan to deal with many issues that we're concerned about. And we're going to move the city forward in such a way where everyone is involved in the process. They're going to be involved in the plans and the actions that we're going to take to deal with our issues. So I ask everybody to take a look at the backgrounds, the qualifications, and the platforms of all the candidates. And without question, you will see that I'm the most prepared candidate to be the next mayor of the city of Seattle.
Thank you.
Thank you.